Alright, this video is going to be the entirety of Rainworld's lore in 120 seconds, or less, but probably more. We'll see. And I've already wasted like 8 seconds in counting, so let's get into this shit. 9, 10, fuck. Have you ever wanted to die? Okay, now listen, hear me out. Well, Rainworld is a game all about death, and a great number of creatures experience this, including yourself. Sometimes too much. And death is usually a pretty permanent thing. But what if I told you that death is not permanent in this game? Introducing the Great Cycle. Every single living creature in Rainworld is trapped in this Great Cycle, and most creatures don't notice this, so life is fine. But what happens whenever a hyper-advanced civilization eventually emerges who are obsessed with one single question? What exactly is the Great Cycle, and how do we escape it? And if you're wondering why they would want to die permanently, it's quite simple actually. Whenever you literally can't die, life will eventually become mundane. And in time, the ancients realized the answer to their big question wasn't up in the stars. It was actually right under their feet, deep under the earth. They discovered a bizarre reality-bending substance that ignored the rules of the cycle. It was said that one could entirely cross themselves out, die permanently, if they were to submerge their body in this substance. This substance later came to be known as void fluid, but with their newfound discovery, some concerns began to emerge too. There were rumors that if one tried to give themselves to the void without having let go of all their worldly desires, they wouldn't quite leave, but also wouldn't quite stay. The perpetual state of limbo. That's it. And shocker, it turns out that these rumors were actually true. So when this ancient race's conquest to die, it turned out that simply taking a bath in void fluid was now no longer a foolproof method. So instead of taking the time to try and find different solutions themselves, they actually figured it'd be a lot better to construct massive biological supercomputers, pretty crazy I know, whose entire existence primarily consists of solving this problem for them. And so with the construction of these biological behemoths, they were dubbed the name iterators. Ooh, look at that. And with the beginning of a new era, another era came to a close. Alright, so these massive superstructures used a lot of water to prevent their systems from, well, overheating. This water was then exhaled as vapor, which in turn condensed into the clouds that caused a crushing rainfall that you and I have both died to numerous times. And that's why it rains in Rainworld. Anyways, back to more important news, sorry. So considering the ancients literally built the iterators, some of the ancients' ideologies were passed on to them. But when I say ideologies, I'm mainly just referring to one in particular, the will to transcend, or die, permanently. So when the iterators inevitably couldn't figure out this great problem and solve it in time because it was impossible to solve, the ancients eventually got bored and just collectively decided to jump into the void sea regardless of the consequences and simply take their chances. So with their great benefactors now long gone, the iterators continued to work, continued to toil away in their superstructures trying to solve the unsolvable problem. In analogy, it's kind of like throwing shit at the wall, but with each throw, the shit sticks less and less each time. Oh, also, I kind of forgot to mention that their creators designed them to not be able to transcend or die permanently because they're assholes. So you've got tens of thousands of sentient computer gods slaving away to the ghost of a memory, like forever. And that's where you come in, the slug cat, the player, to meddle in the affairs of passing gods. Okay, so when I said that this lore video was going to be 120 seconds long, that may have been a little bit misleading, but listen, it's fine because you probably missed it, but in the intro I did totally say that this video is probably going to be a bit longer than that, and the latter just so happened to be true. Look at that. Also, I apologize for not uploading much for like a year.